Alright, I think we can start.
Wow,
Take this.
such a good song.
Meeting can begin. Anthem has been played.
Alright. Long agenda here. Let's try and get through it. We got some leveling to do. First item. Core guild rules. I think we need rules just that are core to our guild, and then as leadership changes throughout the course of our existence, each pack leader can have their own additional rules, but let's come to a consensus on our core guild rules. So number 1, top of the list, no talking about poops and farts. Absolutely. No deviation from that rule. There's zero tolerance being allowed there.
0 tolerance. Is that
Would this be-
game wide
would this
or
be,
is it Discord?
retroactive?
Like how does this?
I'll get into how we're gonna enforce this, but at least under my reign. But I think we can all agree that's our number 1 rule. Core guild rule. Second guild rule. These are up for. We can change these. These aren't. I'm not.
Posing.
This is a group discussion here.
And our core rules, once we decide upon them, set and they cannot be changed by future leaders. Is that the point of it being a core rule?
Yes, correct. It requires a guild majority vote, which is actually rule number 3. But before we get there, the second most important rule, at least in my eyes, be something positive.
I agree with it. I was a little bit hoping for rule number 2 being, again, no talking about poop and farts.
That'll be the last rule.
All right, perfect.
Yes, number 3. Like I said, core guild rules are set in stone. To change them will require a guild majority vote. To be, petitioned for at a future date. I'm assuming our core guild rules we decide today will be good for at least a little while. Number 4, core guild rule. Videos of character deaths are required to be recorded and posted into our guild Discord. If not, punishments will be enforced at the pack leader's discretion.
Question
I
on
wasn't
that
listening.
one.
What was the first part?
Death videos required to be posted.
Yeah, okay.
Question on that one. If a death happens with a group, do all perspectives need to be there, or as long as?
No, but it would be
death is
nice
recorded?
for all perspectives to be there to increase the enjoyment of the death viewing. We want multiple camera angles.
Got it.
Everyone good so far with the rules?
Yep.
Number 5. If the pack leader's main character, that is the pack leader, so in this case me, Genzo, dies without a successor in place or a succession plan in place, a new pack leader is determined by guild majority vote.
Makes sense. Well, I mean, when you say succession plan, is that something that you just choose? And if you were to like suicide, would we be stuck with it?
I will have my own. I have my own succession, or my own rules. I'm gonna follow for succession planning. But if you want to go a different route, or you want to kill me off or something, that's what the default is. Guild majority vote.
I almost think it should just be majority vote without a succession plan, just to prevent someone from, we're not. This isn't a kingdom.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You're not. You couldn't set
Trade back
Genzo
and forth.
Jr. up or Zorvex D2
Yes.
You know,
Okay.
if Zorvex P was in his succession plan
Jesus.
was Zorvex,
I agree with that.
you know.
Suppose we could make the rule be that you couldn't choose one of your own characters. It had to be somebody else.
Yeah, that would work too, I suppose.
I'm good with the vote. The vote's fine.
But a vote.
What if the guild can't come to a majority on succession?
Well, it has to be. I would assume the old leader votes too, so it's 5 of us. Maybe if not, I guess.
Well, we could all vote for ourselves. That's one vote for everyone. That's not.
Well,
Good point.
yeah.
Makara.
Well, I was
I'm
gonna
fine-
say
I'm fine with
we vote
dueling. I
for
wouldn't say
people that
Makara.
want to be guild.
No, if you want to be the leader and it can't be decided by vote,
Yeah.
then you have to be willing to Makara. And if you're the only one that's willing to do it, then you're the leader. If everyone else is like, no, I'm not doing a Makara, then you're now the pack leader.
Everyone go with that?
I think it's pretty unlikely that we don't have a majority, but
Right.
it's even more
Maybe
unlikely
like
that
a
we have.
majority after 3 votes, so or like 2 votes or something. Like you could do, you know, like a vote, tallies given out, and then there's like a little bit of discussion, a vote again, and then then doesn't just default to Makara.
Next rule is number 6. The pack leader must be considered a true alpha. A guild member of equal or, well, this is what I think anyway, but feel free to make changes. A guild member of equal or lesser character level may challenge the pack leader to a duel. If the current pack leader is defeated, the winner becomes the new pack leader. Champions may be used in lieu of the pack leader or challenger. If it's a champions duel, it must be a mock Gara.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, I love it.
So I have to convince somebody to give up their life.
Potentially.
Potentially give up.
Are there any limits on level? Like if Brett pours himself out well enough in the Barons to pay some 60 to Makara someone.
What was at or less?
The champions have to agree to the fight.
Yeah, inside it's super champion.
Huh?
Obviously, we can't force them anyway.
The champions have to be at or below that person's level.
No, they just have to agree to fight. Like if we both find a level 60, then that would be fine. And the level 60s agree to fight, then.
So as long as you can find a 60 to agree, like there's no risk to that person though.
As long as it's like borderline the most impossible thing ever.
Well, because how are you going to
I
find
mean,
the second one?
You can
right?
fight 2 level 1s. Like,
Right.
that'd be the easiest thing.
Well, but also like how does the champion stuff take place? So like, okay, you go out and you find your champion. Your champion's a level 5, and then Brent finds his champion and he finds a level 10, and those 2 guys for whatever reason decide that they're fine with that. Like, can you not be fine with that, or is your champion now set in stone?
I have to find my own champion, or I have to fight the battle myself.
Well, I know, but I'm saying you did find your champion, right? And like you.
But wouldn't
Like, it's
knowing
clearly
the
gonna
other
lose.
champion's level
I
impact your decision?
I suppose that we can't have a champion be higher than the pack leader.
Is it like blind champions, I guess, or are you and Brent, or whoever? I just assume it's gonna be Brent right away anyway. But are you guys like agreeing to the champions as well?
I think it's blind.
Yeah.
It's a game.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
If you convince people to kill themselves, that's awesome, but it's got to be blind. And then we show up. If somebody happened to find him,
And then you show up, and then the
they're
champions
probably gonna
obviously-
win. But
Yeah, the champion. Well, but the champions agree, right? I mean, because I like. Yeah.
But they're not beholden to it. Like Brent can
Yeah,
find
the
a
champions
60
would
and
be
then
beholden.
find out that Jared also found a 60, and they're both gonna be like, "No, I'm not fucking doing this
Yeah, right.
for your dumb guild."
But as far as
And then
mine
nothing
and,
happens, and then it
Brent's
starts
decision,
over.
those decisions are final leading it. So if we both agree if I bring my champion, and my champion decides he's willing to fight, then there's nothing I can do to stop that. So if I
But-
bring a lower
But
level,
if he
he's willing
doesn't
to fight
fight,
it, and
then that
loses,
puts
that's-
you in the place. Like your champion's not, stepping
But
out.
you don't have to mock Gara in that situation, right?
Sure.
Because otherwise, you would just always challenge with a champion, and maybe it's a level 1 or an.
Oh, so you're saying
Well-
if basically in essence you're saying if you bring a stronger champion and my guy doesn't want to fight, I just automatically lose. Is what you're saying?
No, you have to fight.
So Brent, let's just use Brent as an example. If Brent wants to challenge the pack leader, he can find a champion to replace him in the fight. I need to be able to defend myself, so it needs to be a champion of equal or lesser level than me. If I don't feel like I'm a good PvPer, then I'm gonna go find a champion of my level or lower.
Okay.
And then if we both have a champion, those champions will need a Makara.
And the challenger's champion has to be the pack leader's level or lower as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm on board with it.
Yeah.
But it needs to be blind, like a set time. Like find a champion by X.
Right. They gotta show
Yeah.
up.
And
If
then
you
you gotta
don't find
show
one,
up
then-
there. And if you don't find up, then you're fighting still. Like,
Yes,
the challenge
right.
is still on.
Yep.
Yep, I like it.
We should give a reasonable time frame to find a challenger or whatever, or a champion, but yeah.
Maybe agree on that when it happens. I don't know. We have to set a time frame
No,
now for every single one.
Yeah.
it's reasonable.
Yeah, and we could agree on terms for the fight if we wanted to too. Like,
Yeah.
say, specifically, we want this level of character. Whatever.
Yep. Yeah, if Brent wants to do a level 10 Makara champion duel, then I can.
Can your,
Either
can
make
your
a
champion
level 10
be
or-
one of your other characters?
I would say so, yeah.
Okay.
That's all I
Okay,
have.
but then
Rise of
that
the
still
twins.
But that still means you're Makaraing that champion. Like he still counts
Right,
as
yeah, it has
Yeah.
to be a Makara because
he's
it's
still
not you.
Makaraing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure.
If it's two champions. If
Yeah.
it's not
If
a
your main
champion.
character that you're
Yeah.
playing, then they don't. I like that.
I do too.
Those are all the core rules I have. Does anyone feel like there's other missing rules that we need to put in place before setting them in stone?
I guess just for clarity's sake, in case leadership is challenged immediately, would there be a vote immediately to remove these core rules? Is that allowed, or do they have to stay in place for a certain amount of time, or like what?
I think
How
the
do we-
core rules we all have to agree on if they're changing. Otherwise, we'll have other
Yeah,
rules
Yeah.
in addition
Okay.
to that we can change.
And
I would
new-
argue those can't change the core rules because then that would
Yes.
defeat the purpose.
Right.
Yeah. And so new rulers or new alphas get one free, just like totally free rule.
They
Yeah,
get as
that'd
many
be
as they want.
Oh, okay.
They just can't conflict with the core rules.
Yeah, I mean, I almost want to add a core rule in there somehow to cover, like, I mean, I don't mind some shenanigans with some of the rules, but I don't
Hold on a second.
want anything.
Oh, over in the channel?
There we go. Had to make it official.
We are in the wrong channel.
I'm just thinking, like, I don't want I wouldn't want a pack leader that comes in and is like, I don't know, you have to pay me 50 silver every time you log in. or
Yeah,
something
well,
stupid,
so
right?
they
like,
could
like
do
so-
that. Just challenge them, right? That's when you have to.
Okay, but if you challenge him and lose,
not,
then what? Like that just like you know what I mean? Like I just
then
I mean I'm
you're
just not gonna
stuck
pay
under
you.
the
at that
reign
point.
of terror.
All right, well I just won't pay you. So
We can always leave the guild.
Yeah, I mean that's
They-
the risk that the pack leader sets or
Right.
Yeah.
has when they set that rule. They might not get paid, and then if they don't get paid, they have to
Enforce
punish you
punishments.
for it, or
and then,
I have
yeah,
authority.
and then Yeah, if they don't, yeah. And we'll see what happens, but you can challenge, you know, an antagonistic pack leader. That's why Orgon's got all his stuff in a Swiss bank account.
All right,
That
ready to
should be
move
cool,
on
yeah.
to
No hiding, no hiding
Yeah, I think
money.
I approve or I second the core rule
Yeah.
nominations.
I'm good.
all right.
Aye.
Yep.
Now on to Jinzo's specific changes. Jinzo is going to establish a guild council. Council members to be appointed by the pack leader. Council members required to share updates at future meetings. If a pack leader dies, the council. I'm going to remove this one. I was going to say council members assign the pack leader with majority vote, but that goes against one of our core rules. If a council member dies or is not performing their duties to the pack leader's satisfaction, the pack leader will be able to make a replacement at any time. Council members are able to overthrow the pack leader with a majority vote. I am not I'm not gonna pretend like I'm gonna be the greatest pack leader ever. I want to be, but if my council members don't feel I'm not doing the job correctly or at a satisfactory level, then
Yeah.
I will accept being voted out of office.
Here.
What are the appointments?
Yes.
Oh.
I assume we're getting to that.
Or are there more rules? I guess that's about
That
it.
is it.
Oh,
Establishment of a guild council.
Is the council a vote only for overthrowing, or like, can the council vote to also overrule? Like, if the pack leader makes a new rule after this, can the council vote to be like, no, you're not doing that?
I will seek the aid of my council members, but all final decisions come through the pack
Yeah,
leader.
veto.
Got it.
Veto
Okay.
power.
And my council members are going to have they're going to be specialized. They're going to have distinct responsibilities. So, moving on to what those positions are. As my chancellor and spy master, I might regret this decision, but it's going to be Oregon.
Are
Externally,
those
he'll
two
be.
positions?
I can consider them the same.
Okay.
Externally, he's gonna be called our chancellor. Internally, we know.
He's a spy master.
Internally, he's our spy master.
Looks like you've just earned a change of heart.
For now, he's just
Chan-
scheming, maybe.
The chancellor and spy master's responsibilities are managing diplomatic relations with the rest of the Doomhowl community, Horde community. Leads efforts in increasing guild influence across Azeroth. Schemes and plots against other Doomhowl Horde guilds to steal their recruits. And infiltrates real-world groups to play WoW under the Getting Real banner.
You're in for a treat.
What do we do if a council
Are you
person's
gonna be, like,
already
hot
not
dog numbers
performing their
tomorrow?
duties?
What are you kidding me?
He's doing the opposite of that. He's giving us a bad name.
No,
He's
I'm-
been the
out
only
there
one that's
whoring it up in
gotten
the
a
Barrens.
recruit at all. In the
He's out
past
there
week.
whoring it up in the Barrens. What do you mean?
Hey,
He's got some
he
random
has
that
his
he
own
G-invited.
tactics, all right.
Do you
Let's just
see
see-
Toffler
Yep.
HC doing whaling, Kevin? Just hit level 20 right now?
He's the highest level in the guild.
Yeah.
He's not held back by people that can't play all day.
Or
All
people that died of raptors.
Yeah.
Any
Fall into
questions
caves.
about your position, Brent? Oregon.
Nope, I can handle that one.
the next council member position, my marshal, it's gonna be Josh Varen. He will lead the guild's combat training efforts, formulate and lead plans and leveling and raiding initiatives, and making sure that we have all necessary mods to be successful.
Easy.
Like it.
Next up, the steward. My steward, Melissa Lortundi.
Lortundi.
You'll be in charge of managing the coordination of our profession artisans, material needs for our crafters, and the knowledge of recipes needed for our guild to be successful. I'll get to what profession artisans are later, but you'll be in charge of them.
She already sent me a recipe.
I did, actually.
Also, my steward will be in charge of our guild bank and our guild money.
Ooh.
Big responsibility.
Yeah, I mean, I really only buy Josh's things, so.
You just inherited 3
If
more
you
people.
need guild funds, talk to the steward.
Oh, dear.
Next up, my chaplain, Jared Zorvex with a little P. You'll be in charge of enforcing the guild death videos, keeping records of our guild deaths in the death log, collecting those death punishments, and spreading death prevention awareness throughout the guild.
When you say capturing him in the death log, you mean just capturing the data and
We need, yes, we
recording
need,
it? Okay, we need that. Okay,
we need a record of who's all dying.
got it.
And the last council position, our social director, Corbett Toktreb, coordinating and running our guild events. I have a couple ideas I want to run past him, but hopefully we'll get a guild event going soon. Those are all my council positions.
I like it.
I like it. You did nice work so far, pack leader.
Are we getting after this meeting? Can we get like a rundown of the roles and responsibilities
Yeah.
somewhere? All right.
I got it all typed up. I'll
Good.
figure out how to post it to Discord.
I've already forgotten some of mine.
Alright. So, like I said, profession artisans are going to be the steward's responsibility, but feels like we've established a few of them already. With alchemy, or our professional or artisan alchemist will be Melissa, I believe is what we said, right?
Yep.
Engineering, Brent. Enchanting and tailoring, Jared. And then I don't know what else. Cooking, leatherworking, blacksmithing. Do we care about
I have
those?
cooking. My cooking is currently at 50, so I will eventually level it.
My cooking's at 71.
I mean, cooking does seem important too. Blacksmithing seems like it could be important if we get late enough.
Mostly
like
just
we
for the
need-
stones.
Yeah, use it for the stones,
and then
stones,
Eventually, if
spurs.
the 3 of you using mail, that seems like there's probably some decent recipes
crafted
from there, but maybe
crafted
not.
things are shit for the most
Oh,
part.
yeah.
And the ones that are good are like BOE, so you can get them crafted by
Gotcha.
outside the guild if you want. I mean, we could level. We could certainly have a character that has one. But yeah, I'm the same. I'm mining engineering, so I don't have blacksmithing.
Yeah, I don't know that we need everything covered. I just because leatherworking seems pretty
Yeah.
garbage
Yeah.
as well. So
We'll just need to
Leatherworking
make
has some good
sure
crafted things, but it's like you can buy it from others.
dungeons we're doing, we just want to make sure we have the required things like target dummies and potions and I don't know, enchants.
I came prepared
Needed.
to our first.
Yeah, that's why I made you my steward. I knew you'd do a good job at it.
Melissa was definitely prepared for RFC, if that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I am also prepared. I have worked very hard on engineering. I have target dummies. I have bombs. I have, I don't know, pets. Make a pet. But mostly target dummies.
I'm ready to enchant things.
Yeah, I've been picking up free enchants off
Yeah,
of
I've
randos in org. So
Other enchanters' hands all over my body.
yeah.
Oh, that's fine. If you have better enchantments, you might as well.
Well, no, I mean,
I
you should
may
just
ask
be
our
giving us
steward
your
to,
free shit enchants to level you.
Yeah. I may ask that our steward kick our enchanting and tailoring artisans into gear here, and they're not pulling their weight so far.
Yeah. We should all have some random 5 HP health enchant.
Half the free enchants you guys are probably getting, I wouldn't even be able to do.
I just got the 5 strength to bracers.
Okay, I
But,
could probably get that. Well,
but
5 strength.
I don't have
bracers,
anything on my chest.
Okay.
So
Alright, I'll
it's
start
a
working on-
blank
I'll-
canvas
I'll start working
for you
on
to draw all over with your enchants.
Like I said, artisans, steward, you're in charge there.
Yep. Okay.
On to guild penalties.
Now we're talking.
The enforcement of the no talking about poop and farts will be done by my chancellor,
Yes.
making sure that we are maintaining a good standing with the Dualmal community. We don't want to be embarrassing our guild out in the wild. So
Alva, can I please ask for clarification on one of our core rules?
Yes.
Are they retroactive, or is it only effective now that we have,
Now that we have established rules officially, it'll be everything is going forward.
How
Okay.
much poop talk have you been doing, Melissa?
No, I just have evidence of one of the council perhaps discussing poop and farts in a way that would be, inappropriate. But
Was it
since
Jared?
it might be the person who keeps questioning
Yeah,
me.
No, it was Jared, I bet.
But
I mean, we'll have to wait and see the evidence.
yeah, now we know that the past is the past, and we have a good, strong path to follow moving forward. So
The enforcement of death videos and the penalty if those videos aren't posted within 24 hours of the death will be done by my chaplain, Jared.
In
You're
24
in charge
hours.
of that.
Okay.
24 hours
Any
posted, or
rules on
else
how they're posted?
It's
from
up to you.
Or
I
is
don't
it
care.
doesn't matter? Okay, got it.
You're in charge of that. Those are the two penalty enforcements I could think of. Is there anything else that we should add here?
So those people just pick what the penalty is if it's violated.
Yep. I have
Can,
final veto if it's absolutely ridiculous, but
And I assume like the penalty can't somehow like violate like core rules or something. I don't know how I guess
yes.
they would, but
you can manipulate
if
someone into
they're
voting
abusing
a
their
certain
power,
way.
then I will step in and strip them of responsibility. But I'm giving them that to start with.
Wait, who chooses the penalty?
My
enforcer.
I'm saying my chancellor
Okay.
for now, unless you become extreme and I'm not enjoying what you're doing, then I will step in and overwrite whatever you have going on.
enjoy that leash, bitch.
Listen. Gotta protect your pockets over there.
You ain't getting shit out of my pockets.
Those are all the penalties for now. Maybe others will pop up later that I think need to be set, but that's it. Like I said before, our guild bank and money will be handled by the steward. Our first order of business is trying to acquire funds for a guild tabard.
Where are funds coming from? Punishment bank? So like if I can delve out punishments, I can give that over to Melissa.
Yes.
But is there any other form of guild income?
Well,
Maybe like
Another-
really good drops potentially could go to a guild
Right.
fund.
Like if
rather
we get
than
something
us using
together
it.
in a dungeon. But
Yeah.
or BOE.
We could sell it on the auction house. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that idea. Maybe we could have some sort of guild event, like a raffle or a charity auction type situation.
I'm willing
Where-
to put some initial funds in for our guild too.
And it's 10 gold, or how many gold is it?
10 gold.
And
Yeah.
the tavern,
10.
yeah.
Okay.
And if somebody really wants to design the tabard, I would be all for letting somebody else do it because there's a zillion options and I don't really care that much.
You just have to make us.
I mean, since our
Internet or
tabards
something.
are meant to like represent us out there, that seems like it's perfect for the Chancellor.
Well, can the tabard be changed, or is it once it's set, it's set?
I'm pretty sure it
I
can get
guess-
changed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess, yeah. I don't know.
I
Maybe
thought
we should.
vanilla it's set, but
Yeah, maybe I'm just thinking modern.
We'll have more discussions about it once we get the 10 gold, but first order business
I mean,
is
I
trying to
think
get
we
that
already
10
got it.
gold.
Well,
Our
if
Horan
Brent-
Chancellor's got most of it, and then
Yeah.
Steward's got enough to get the rest.
Hey, don't you out me?
Jesus, you guys are making money left and right.
I'm making money
yeah, because we're
like
working toward the guild.
4
Mr.
silver at a time with potion flipping, but we're getting there.
Fish supposedly sell pretty well, so make some selling this fish.
Yep.
And the last thing was I was hoping to schedule a guild event for this weekend, but without Corbett being here, then I'll have to talk to him about it. But we'll get something scheduled soon.
All right.
That is all.
Oh, I think there's an item number
Yeah, I
7.
saw the 7. I don't know.
What was it? What did it say?
Leadership failures.
Yeah, leadership failure.
Added without a mic.
Yeah, let's talk about those.
I mean, I don't think we've really been an official, guild and been led up until now. Like we were just
Okay,
kind
so
of
here it starts. We're racing
Yeah.
fast.
yeah. I mean, well, we were just a bunch of
Ragtag
kind of
group of-
mercenaries that got together and everything was working out, and now we're making it official.
Surprise, surprise, someone who skirts the death penalty wants to get rid of the history.
I got my eye on you, little P.
All right.
Anything
well,
else we need to discuss? Or are we good? I have nothing more. All right, let's get leveling.
Chaplain
We
has
got
nothing.
Wailing Caverns to do soon.